Hello! Once again, it's been quite a while since I've done a video. I think my last one was like November, September or something like that, but I just haven't made one because like my eating disorder was like kind of at its worst, and I like gained a lot of weight from trying to stop purging and stuff like that, and so I did not feel like being on camera, and even now I'm uncomfortable because I'm not like at the weight I was before, which I'm trying to get back to. But I figured I'd make one because I keep promising that I will, and then I just don't ever get around to it. So and now that school's over and stuff, and I had the house to myself, so it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I just figured I'd do one. And I think my sister's coming home soon, so I better make it quick because I tend to like drag my videos on and stuff. So I was going to do a video of like social anxiety and school and work, but I figure I'll just do them separate. So this one, I think I'm just going to talk about school first. So, okay, so I made like a list, and I'm just going to like talk about the different things that social anxiety kind of makes me do or makes me act when like in relation to school. So the first one is that like getting to each of my classes, I always walk around the whole entire campus to get to each class, or I like find a route I can take with like the least amount of people. I do that all the time, even if it's like totally out of the way or just like a nuisance to go that way. I'll just take that way anyways, and plus I try to walk as much as I can, so I don't care if it's like a longer route or something to get to my class. So I always do that, like walk around the sidelines. I never go through campus where all the people are. I did that the first day because I switched to a community college after I went to university for one semester. And so I went through the campus my first day, and that was like a nightmare. I don't even know how I like composed myself walking through there. It was just all these people. And I think having social anxiety, it's this thing where like stimuli around you just is overpowering and overwhelming, and just having people everywhere, noises everywhere, it's just, you get so overwhelmed and you get so anxious that you just really want to lay down on the floor in a little ball and like start crying or something. So I always make sure to just go around the campus and stuff like that. And so that's the first thing. The other thing like that really illustrates my antisocial loner tendencies is that between classes for one of my because I go to 2 different campuses on 2 different days, or one different campus. I go to one campus Monday, Wednesday, a different campus Tuesday, Thursday, and on Tuesday, Thursday, I have like an hour to 30 minutes like before I have to go to my next class, and for those days I like go to the very top of the stairwell. It's like the 5th floor, and nothing's up there, it's just like the door to the roof, and so I go and sit up there because obviously no one's gonna go up there, instead of like going around campus where a bunch of people are, you know, because I haven't really found anywhere at that campus where like not a lot of people are. Like there's not really any benches or anything that isn't like filled with groups of people. So I go to the top of this stairwell, and I like just sit up there alone and listen to music and do because I have math before that, and I just work on my math homework or listen to music or just sit there and like, I don't know. But yeah, that's like pathetic, but I always do that. And then another thing is I can't ever eat in front of anyone. Like, well, it depends on the day. Sometimes I'm just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck, and I'll just like, sorry, excuse my language, but like it just is so annoying because there's just all these little things that my social anxiety, eating disorder, and well, not really depression, but just these little things that I just can't do that's so simple to other people. But so I can't eat in front of anyone unless that day I just really don't care. But usually I have small things, like I'll bring dried fruit or like soy nuts, or sometimes like an orange or something. and I'll just sometimes eat that when I'm walking in my car or something. Because that's always like my pre-workout meal. I always like work out when I get home, so I always need to make sure I have like enough time for it to digest and stuff. And so I sometimes I'll eat in front of people, but most of the time I like, because I only bring like small stuff anyway, so I'll just go in the bathroom stall and eat, which is pathetic again, but there you have it. My life is like really just pathetic pretty much, and like, I don't know, like nothing exciting. It's just the same thing day in and day out. But so I'll do that, like eat in the stall, or I'll eat where no one else is, like in my car or something, and that's the same at work too, which I'll talk about my work in a different video because that's a whole nother thing. But like at work I can't eat, because I used to eat like in the upstairs, like in the break room thing, but now I can't even do that, so every time I go on my break I eat in my car. People probably think I'm really weird. Anyways, the next thing for school is that I don't have friends to talk to, obviously, but then again, college is a lot different from high school. Like high school, you kind of had, well, I don't know, it was more like a norm to have a group of friends and stuff like that, or some friends, like while you're at school. But in college, it's like you go to class and you don't really need to have friends to hang out with, because you just go to class and then leave. So it's not too much of an issue now. High school's a nightmare when you don't have friends, but college isn't as bad, but it does get lonely. Like, it'd be nice if I had someone there. But so yeah, I don't have friends in school or outside of school. So, but the other thing is that, like, I have, like, this year I actually made some acquaintances in class. I didn't really have that last year. Like, usually I do not talk to anyone. Like, but my anxiety's gotten a little bit better this year from now that I've been on a vegan diet for a while and exercising consistently. That's helped a lot with the anxiety. But then again, my eating disorders got worse too, so it kind of counteracted. I don't know, but so I've made some acquaintances and stuff, but sometimes that can be good. Like, it's just nice to have someone there, like, to say, hey, like, work on stuff together or whatever, and just not be totally, like, anxious and not having any human interaction, like, for weeks on end. But sometimes it can like, be kind of a negative thing too, because sometimes I'll just be, especially in the beginning of when you kind of make an acquaintance or whatever, you're just, instead of paying attention, you're just like sitting there thinking about what the person's thinking about you, or like when you get there, like before class starts, what you should say, or like conversation stuff. But there was this guy in my psychology class, and we were kind of friends, because I got him like a, well, never mind, I'm just not gonna say that, but we were kind of friends, and it was like, after a while, it was just really easy to talk to him and stuff, so we would just like talk about movies and stuff like that, because he's like a big movie person, and I worked at a movie theater, so we would always talk about new movies that came out and stuff like that. But sometimes, like, especially in the beginning, I'd be worrying about, like, oh shoot, what am I going to talk about with him? So I would always make it a point to be late to class, that way I didn't have to, like, spend too much time, like, worrying about that stuff, and I don't know. Okay, so the next thing is that school, like, social anxiety takes a toll, like, on my education, like, academically, because instead of the social aspect, I'm talking about, like, academics, because I can't really utilize the resources that I could be using at school to, it's not like I really need them, but if I did, like, need tutoring or anything, which I probably will later on when I start taking harder classes, I don't know if I'll really utilize them. I haven't yet. Like, I don't even really know my way around campus that much, because I just go straight to my class and then I go straight home. Like, I don't ever explore anything or see what the school has to offer, you know, because I'm just too scared to go alone, and I don't want to, I just don't like being around other people, and obviously other people are going to be there, and so I don't really utilize that. And especially for the tutoring and stuff like that, or the computer labs, like, I had to write 2 research papers, and it would have been nice to just get it done at school or whatever, because I always procrastinate and stuff like that at home, because I just get on like YouTube or Tumblr or whatever, or I don't know. So yeah, that just bugs me a lot, especially for the computer lab thing, because I even was required to go there for one of my English classes so she could show us stuff about the computer lab. And then even just going there, like, caused me a lot of anxiety because it was somewhere new. Like, any new places, I'm so bad with. Even just, like, new grocery stores or something. Like, I've been wanting to go to Trader Joe's since, like, the summer. I think I did end up going there once, like, early in the school year. But one day I, like, even got all dressed and everything. And I was going to go to Trader Joe's. And I usually go to a different, like, farmer's market thing. But I really wanted to go to Trader Joe's, and then I got all dressed, and then my anxiety just prevented me, and I got dressed and everything, and I just could not go. And I still haven't, but, well, I did once, but just stuff like that, like new places I'm just so bad with. It's like, when I'm with people, it's better. It's not as bad. Like, for anything, if someone's there, like, I go with my sister to a lot of places, then my anxiety's not really that bad. It's still there, but it's not, like, as bad as when I'm alone. So that's the other thing, the computer lab and stuff like that. Another thing is that, like, it's just so hard to walk around school, and, like, the social aspect of it, that I get so drained from that. And then on top of that, just doing good in school, like, it's just another added stress. Like, school isn't really hard for me, but the social aspect of it just makes it difficult. And especially now that my eating disorder this year, I have no idea how I passed my classes. I think I got all A's in the end, but my eating disorder got at its worst sort of when I was mostly done with all my assignments and stuff like that, and the school year was ending, so that was good. But I just really had to push myself to get through it. So yeah, it's just, and I just hate how it makes school that much more difficult, whereas if I didn't have all these problems, I would, like, it wouldn't really be a problem. Like, nothing would be a problem, because I think I'm pretty smart. Like, I've always gotten A's and B's and stuff, but the social anxiety, social phobia just makes it worse. Okay, another thing is an obvious one, just presentations. I obviously can't do. I actually had to do one this year. It was a group one. And God, I was like a nervous wreck, but I got through it, even though I, like, looked down the whole time, and I was super nervous, but it was a PowerPoint, so that was better. And I ended up just, like, reading off the PowerPoint the whole time, but I was there with, like, 4 other people, so it wasn't as bad. And then I did have to do a presentation by myself in my nutrition class, and that was a nightmare. I could not, for the life of me, look up at the people. Like, I did it, like, maybe 3 times. I just kind of looked up really quick, but, oh gosh, it's like there's this pressure on you, and you just can't act normal, and I hate it. So I just sat there the whole time reading off of the paper, and my voice was shaking, kind of, and I think I just came off as, like, not caring. I probably came off as nervous, too. And then after the presentation, the teacher was like, the next girl went up, and the teacher was like, and make sure to try to look it up at us once in a while. And she did fine. Everyone else did fine, but I was just, like, a nervous wreck. Glad that's over. And then I signed up for a, what's it called? Public speaking class next term, but I don't think I'm gonna even take classes next term. I'm doing this, like, eating disorder outpatient thing, so I think I'm just gonna take a semester off. But I figured I might as well get it out of the way, because I think I need to take public speaking to graduate. But then again, I think I might just put it off and wait till, like, my senior year or something, because I don't want to, like, fail class early on, and maybe my social anxiety will get better by then. I don't know. But I just have, like, this, like, attitude of positivity or something when I signed up for my classes. And I figured I could do it, but now that I think about it, yeah, I doubt that. Okay. And then another thing is, like, group projects or group work in school. Yeah, that's a nightmare again. Usually I'm just, like, all, I'm super uncomfortable. I usually just, like, stay quiet the whole time and, like, don't really contribute much. And I'm probably perceived as, like, lazy, or that I don't care to give my input, but really I want to. It's just that the social phobia makes me think that anything I say will be, will sound like stupid, or it'll be unimportant or irrelevant or something. So that happens a lot, especially in my English class. We had to like do group work pretty much every time, and she would tell us, okay, you have to work with people you haven't worked with yet, and I would never really do that. I would just kind of stay in the same spot and let people come to me. But yeah, and then I wouldn't really say much, and I would just be all like nervous the whole time. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much all. Yeah. And yeah, pretty much social anxiety, just like, I think it just makes others perceive you generally when you're at school as like either that you don't care or you're arrogant or stuck up, which is something I've struggled with my whole life. People all through high school, not really so much now. I don't know. Well, then again, I don't really know, but more so in high school, people would assume that I was like stuck up or like a bitch or something because I would always be quiet and I wouldn't really talk to people. But I think too, something that made them think that was that my neutral face was like really angry and like it looked like I was mad all the time when I wasn't, but I didn't realize it back then, but it was because of my anxiety. And now I still struggle with that now, but I'm much more aware of it now, and I can relax my features a lot more and just have sort of a calm face now. Oh, my cat's in here. Come here, Kiwi. It's taken me a while though to relax my features and stuff. Like sometimes my anxiety is so bad that I can't, like my face is just really tense and like angry, and so that happens when I'm really anxious still sometimes, but I've like gained a lot of control over it. Oh, hi Kiwi, look, good girl. It's my favorite cat. I've gained a lot of control over it now, so I think I'm much more approachable now, which is shown now that I've like made a few acquaintances and stuff, and people have talked to me a lot more this semester, so I'm happy about that. So yeah, I think I'll end it here. Oh my god, it's already been 17 minutes. I can ramble. But I'm glad I finally made another video, and I'll do my work video soon. So have a good day, guys. Bye.